So it may seem silly to do a podcast on how to listen to podcasts, right? I mean, who's going to listen if they don't know how? But I'm going to do it anyway in hopes that it may shed some light on how to use them the way you want to use them. So stay tuned. So what is a podcast anyway? Well, it's an audio or video program that's distributed via the internet, and they cover a wide range of topics. So when we were young, we had TV shows and radio, and these things were put on by the major networks like NBC or ABC or CBS, etc. And so today, enter the internet and computers and smartphones with cameras, and now anyone can produce a show. Look at me. So you could put it on in a place where others can see it also. And they're on demand, which means that you can download them and listen to them or watch them at your convenience. So how do you do that? Well, first, I'm going to talk about there's an app for that. It's basically on your smartphone. You can listen and use something called Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And those are the most popular audio podcast apps right now. But there are others like Google Podcast or Stitcher and a host of others. So your app may be pre-installed on your phone. So if it is, and you have like an Apple phone or a Google phone, then you can just search for that app. And podcasts are free, like the shows themselves, as well as most of the apps. There are also ones that are subscription-based that would come and would be ad-free, but you don't have to pay for them. So today I'm going to show you using the Apple Podcast app because that's the one that I have and the one I'm most familiar and the one I use. But Spotify is very similar, and I imagine that the Google Podcast app is pretty much the same as well. So you open the app, and it looks like this. Now, if you look at the bottom on the Apple Podcasts app, in the bottom right corner, you'll see a search or a magnifying glass that indicates search. So click on that, and then a window will open up, and make sure you tap on all podcasts right below the search bar that's at the top of the screen, and enter the name of the podcasts that you're looking for. Just enter keywords if you don't know the actual name of the show, but it's helpful if you do because there's a lot of podcasts. So anything that you're looking for, even if you're just looking for a topic, you can enter in a keyword for that topic here, and you'll see shows that come up in your search result that pertain to that. Now, if you're looking for a particular show, you should note that search may not put your show at the very top of the list. The shows that are returned from your search will fill your screen, and you may have to hit the See All button on the right, and then scroll down till you see the picture of the show that you're trying to find. You may have to try different search combinations. For example, if you put in Tech Tips for Seniors, that one comes up under Technology Tips for Seniors and will show up more towards the top of your search. So once you've found your show, tap on the show and then hit the plus sign and plus follow, and that will allow you to start receiving all the new episodes of the show as they come out. So every time new content is published, you'll have the latest show in your feed, they call it. So now hit Library back down at the bottom of the menu bars or tabs. Then click on the show that you just started to follow. And at the top of the window, there you'll find the shows that you're following. So, or you can go back to the library tab and hit the latest episode, and you'll see all the recently updated shows. That means ones that have published recently. Now, I want to go down to the bottom tabs again and hit Listen Now, that tab at the bottom, and you'll see the choice, you'll see the words Up Next, which come up there, and that will show you what's in your queue to be played based on what the latest published shows are in your library. So for example, if you followed 3 or 4 shows, you might see the latest episode of each show, the ones that you're following. So if you select a show in this list, and you can scroll through, and or you can hit that See All button, and it will play the next show that's in the queue for all the shows that you follow. And so, for example, when one show is done, the next show will start immediately after that one is completed. So this is a great way for you to stay current on all the shows that you're interested in. And this is a really great thing about podcasts, that you can just play them like the radio. So when you drive, or when you're walking or exercising, or whenever is a good time to catch up on your entertainment. Now, I want to show you a couple of handy tips for when you're in a show. Let's say you've decided to follow Tech Tips for Seniors. I hope you have. So you go to the library tab, and under the shows, you choose Tech Tips Show, and now you'll see all the episodes listed there. Now, some of them will be marked played, and those are the ones you've already listened to, and some will show a bar going across, which is called a progress bar, and it will tell you how much time you have left to listen in that show. And some will just show the amount of time, and that amount of time is for what's left, the length of that particular show. So keep scrolling, and if you go down to the very bottom, towards the bottom of this screen, you'll see a section called Ratings and Reviews. And you can just tap on 5 stars right there. That would be great for the Tech Tip for Seniors. You can also write a review, which would be very helpful. So the last thing on this page that I want to show you is at the very top of the page. If you go back up to just looking at the top right corner of your screen, you'll see a little white circle with 3 dots in it at the right. And so select it, and you'll see a menu of options. And there in that list, if you look down, you'll see one that says Share Show, and a little box with an up arrow next to that. And so if you click on that, you can pass the show on to someone you know via text or email. So you can see those choices there, and if you just tap the appropriate method that you want to share, you can enter in the addressee and send the link to this show to that person. So let's say you want to pick a particular episode. Let's close the share box and just select select an episode from the list of episodes. And then let's pick that by just selecting the right triangle arrow to the left side of that box. And there you'll see the episode appear at the bottom of the screen. Now, if you happen to have tapped it in the wrong place, this will come up fully anyway. But if you click on the play, it will make that episode appear down at the bottom, and you'll notice it's actually playing. But if you tap anywhere in that bottom bar where the episode appears, it will bring up another full page view of that episode. And there you'll see controls so that you can pause the play right where you are, or by hitting that double straight line in the middle, which is the pause button, or you can advance or rewind it by the designated number, either 15 or 30 seconds, which can be really helpful if an ad starts playing while you're in the middle of the show, and you can just skip forward to the end of that ad. So there you go. That's Apple Podcasts in a nutshell. I really want to show you the same capabilities that you have on YouTube, but for that, you'll have to tune in to the next episode. So thanks for joining me today on Tech Tips for Seniors. Please remember to like, subscribe, or now you know, plus follow, and pass this on to a friend by sharing it with them. Take care.